This is video number 90 for bass students, and in this video you're going to learn to play on your E string. And you've actually already learned to play one note on your E string. You've learned to play G. We're going to learn a couple more notes there, okay? So make sure your bass is tuned up really good before we start, because I'm going to want you to have your tuner on so you can work on getting things in tune. So we've already played on all four strings, but we haven't played open E yet. We play open E, and as we know, the lower the string, the more weight you need here, and the slower and less bow you're going to use, okay? So for a quarter note, I'm going to go from here to probably about there. That's about it, okay? That depends on your speed. This is at 72. Play just 4 open E's. Echo me. Go. E, 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 E. Now, if we put one finger down on the E string, this first finger right here, this is called F sharp. Now this is the only first finger that is a sharp in its regular place, because this is E, this is B, this is A, but this is not just plain old F, this is F sharp, okay? So one finger down the E string is F sharp. Play that 4 times now, echo me. F sharps, and go. F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp. Now think about this. There is one key signature you know. You know 3 keys. You learned D major first, then you learned G major, and then somewhat recently you've learned C major, okay? Now, C major doesn't have any sharps. So you are not allowed to play this note right here whenever you're in C major, okay? We don't officially learn how to do this until you go to book 2, but later on you'll learn that this is what you have to do for C major. It's called half position. All I want you to know right now is that first finger on the E string on the tape is F sharp. I also want you to know that you cannot play that note when you're in C major, okay? Can you play it in G major? Absolutely, you should, because all Fs are sharp. Should you play it in D major? Yes, because all Fs are sharp and all Cs are sharp, all right? So know that this note does not belong in C major. You can't play it when you're in C major. If you're in C major and it wants you to play F sharp, it has to put the sharp sign in front of it. And we're going to see that here in just a little bit, okay? Now, 2 fingers, as you already know, is G. Let's do 2 F sharps and 2 Gs. Play that. Echo me. F sharp, then G. And go. F sharp, G, G. Now do this. E, F sharp, G, G. Open E. F sharp, G, G. Now do 2 open A's and 2 F sharps. A to F sharp. Echo me. F sharp and go. A, F sharp, F sharp. Now 2 open E's and 2 F sharps again. Go. Open E, F sharp, F sharp. Now let's go over in your book to page 38. And yes, we're skipping a couple pages. We'll go back to some of them in a little bit. We're skipping a couple pages for now. 156 on page 38. This is what your open E looks like. It is below the staff. It's on the ledger line below the staff. On the first ledger line below the staff. Now, generally, you won't see any notes below this. When you get super advanced, there are sometimes the musical print notes lower than this. But you have to have something called an extension on your bass, which you don't have right now, and you don't need, and you're probably very rarely even ever going to need it. Even in high school you might, but very rarely. So for now, this is the lowest note that you should see in your music, because it's your lowest note on your string, open E. Let's play 156. I'm going to turn the metronome on. I have the metronome at 72. 156. 1, 2, slow bow, open E. Note, I only used like that much bow. I used a tiny bit more than half, even for the half note, because I'm pulling slow and lots of weight. Now going to 157. This should be easy. This is just open A for you. The reason we're going to go ahead and play it is I want you to look at the very last measure. There's your new note, open E. Play 157. We're not going to shout it, but we're just going to play. 1, 2, 157, and go. A, 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 Don't get lost in the music. And now E, off. Okay, now go on 158. Again, this is a review note. G, 2 fingers, all right? Now have your tuner on and watch your tuner when you play your G as much as you can. Now what other notes do we see? I see 2 A's. Just G's and A's, isn't it? Just G's and A's. All right, here we go. G, 2 fingers down. Make sure your bass is really close to your face and your elbows up. Here we go. G's, 158, and 1, 2, G's, and go. G, 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 G. Now look ahead. G, now open A. G, A, G, and off. Now here's your other new note, 159. Look at 159. Those are F sharps. Remember what I said, how if you're in C major, if your key signature here says C major, remember the C stands for common time, not C major. Your key signature, what they just basically chose not to use a key signature in this. They chose not to use a key signature because then all the Fs are actually sharp. Look at that. Because we don't know how to play F natural in the E string yet, do we? The key signature says everything's natural, but those, if you remember from a previous video, something that doesn't belong in the key signature is called an accidental, and it's good for one whole measure. That's why they had to place another sharp sign at the beginning of the next measure, okay? So F sharp for the whole first measure, then they put another sharp sign again, F sharp for the whole second measure. Third measure has a G and then an F sharp, and then look at the last measure. Hopefully you recognize that first note, it's open E. Let's shadow bow this one though first, okay? Shadow bow 149, F sharp, finger down, 1, 2, 159, not 149, 159, 1, 2, shadow bow, go. F sharp, 1 finger. Look how high my elbow is. Now G, F sharp, now open E. Forte, off. Now let's play that. Here we go. F sharps, and 1 finger down. 1, 2, 159, go. F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp. Look ahead. What's next? G, F sharp, open E, forte, off. Okay? So, really just 2 brand new notes for you to learn how to read. The one that's right below the staff, that's your F sharp, 1 finger, and then one that's on the ledger line, but the first ledger line below the staff, open E. All right, so not much new stuff going on. In the next video, we'll play 160 and 161.